Have you ever swung your legs out of bed and felt like you were made of wood? Like your knees won't bend, your ankles ache, and it takes 5 minutes just to walk upright? If you're over 60, this probably sounds all too familiar, and you're not alone. Many older adults silently struggle with morning stiffness, brushing it off as just part of aging. But what if I told you your legs are trying to tell you something? That stiffness isn't just discomfort, it's a warning sign, one that could be linked to poor circulation, early nerve changes, or even inflammation building quietly in your joints and muscles. In this video, we'll gently walk through what your morning stiffness really means and why you should never ignore it. You'll learn how your body changes overnight, the hidden signals your legs send you at sunrise, and what practical steps you can take right now to feel better, move easier, and protect your independence as you age. From bedtime habits to morning stretches, and from overlooked nutrients to dangerous positions you sleep in, we'll cover it all in a warm, compassionate way. No medical jargon, no fear, just solutions that make sense. If this sounds like something you, or someone you love, needs to hear, hit that subscribe button for more insights from Golden Minds, where we help you stay strong, steady, and in control of your health after 60. Let's begin. Your legs are speaking. It's time to listen. 1. Why morning stiffness matters more than you think. Let's go back to that moment when you first wake up. The room is still quiet, sunlight just beginning to filter through the curtains. You try to sit up, swing your legs off the bed, and there it is again. That deep, tight stiffness in your knees, your calves, maybe even your hips. It feels like your joints have rusted overnight. You wait for it to ease, hoping it'll fade with a hot shower or a few careful steps. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it lingers. But here's the thing. That morning, stiffness isn't random. It's not just old age. It's your body quietly waving a red flag. You see, while you sleep, your muscles rest, but your circulation slows. If your blood isn't flowing well, especially to your legs and feet, your tissues can become deprived of oxygen and nutrients. Add in a little joint inflammation, maybe early signs of arthritis, and your body responds by tightening up. It's a protective mechanism, but one that often backfires, making mornings the hardest part of your day. Now let me tell you about Barbara, a 73-year-old viewer of Golden Minds who wrote to us last fall. For months, she thought her stiffness was just aging, catching up. But when she started keeping track, she noticed it was worse on days when she drank less water, skipped her magnesium supplement, or didn't stretch before bed. It was like my body was giving me clues, she said. I just wasn't paying attention. Morning stiffness can actually be one of the earliest signs of underlying issues, like poor circulation, early nerve dysfunction, chronic inflammation, or mineral deficiencies. And the longer it goes unaddressed, the more you risk falls, muscle weakness, and even mobility loss. But here's the good news. Once you recognize it as a signal, not a sentence, you can do something about it. Your legs aren't failing you, they're asking for help. In the next section, we'll explore exactly what causes this stiffness, right down to the specific physical changes happening in your blood vessels, joints, and muscles after 60. You'll learn how it's connected to how you sleep, what you eat, and even how long you've been still. So don't ignore that morning message. Stick with me, because understanding why your legs feel locked in the morning might be the very first step to unlocking freedom for the rest of your day. 2. What causes morning stiffness after 60? The hidden triggers. So now that we've gently opened the door and acknowledged that morning stiffness isn't just a nuisance, it's a message, let's look at what's really happening inside your body that causes it, especially after age 60. First, we need to understand this. Your body loves to move. It was designed for motion, not long hours of stillness. But when we sleep, we don't move much at all. For younger people, this isn't a big deal. But as we age, our bodies begin to process inactivity differently. Our joints dry out, circulation slows, and muscles stiffen more quickly. One of the main culprits, reduced synovial fluid. This is the slippery lubricant in your joints that keeps everything moving smoothly, like oil in an engine. After 60, your body produces less of it, So while you sleep, your joints aren't being bathed in that protective fluid the way they once were. That's why your knees or ankles can feel locked when you first stand up in the morning. Then there's poor circulation. With age, the tiny blood vessels in your legs can become narrower and less flexible, which makes it harder for oxygen-rich blood to reach the lower extremities. This means your leg muscles aren't getting the nourishment they need during sleep, and that leads to that heavy, sluggish feeling when you wake. And don't overlook inflammation. As we age, even without an official diagnosis of arthritis, our bodies often carry low-grade chronic inflammation. This can make your joints and tissues swell slightly overnight, just enough to make mornings uncomfortable. Let me share a quick story about Carl, a 68-year-old retired electrician. He used to wake up every morning with what he called cement calves. He thought it was just the price of getting older. But when we encouraged him to look deeper, he discovered his evening meals were high in salt and processed carbs, two inflammation triggers. He made a few changes, like switching to anti-inflammatory foods and adding a gentle stretching routine, and within 2 weeks, his mornings felt drastically different. And finally, there's the role of muscle tightness. Without regular stretching, especially in the calves and hamstrings, your muscles naturally shorten and stiffen over time. Combine this with sleeping in the same position for hours, and your legs wake up feeling like they've been bundled in ropes. All of these factors, dry joints, sluggish circulation, quiet inflammation, and tight muscles, come together like puzzle pieces, creating the stiffness you feel each morning. But here's the good news. Every single one of these pieces can be addressed. You're not stuck with this forever. In the next section, we'll talk about simple, proven ways to start loosening up your legs and reclaim your mornings, starting tonight. 3. Gentle changes that can loosen your legs each morning. So now that we've uncovered what's really behind that morning stiffness, the dry joints, sluggish circulation, silent inflammation, and tight muscles, the next question is, what can I actually do about it? The good news is, you don't need a gym membership or a long list of medications to start feeling better. In fact, some of the most effective changes are small, gentle shifts that fit easily into your daily routine. Let's start with movement before rising. You may have noticed that your legs feel worse when you pop out of bed too quickly. Instead, try this. Before your feet touch the floor, spend just 2 to 3 minutes lying on your back and slowly moving your ankles in circles, pointing and flexing your toes. This wakes up your circulation and gets the fluid moving in your joints before you even stand. It may sound simple, but for many older adults, this becomes a morning game changer. Next, warmth is your ally. Stiff joints and tight muscles love heat. Keeping your bedroom warm overnight, but not too hot, can help reduce the chill that tightens your muscles. Some seniors even use a heating pad for 10 minutes in the morning, wrapped gently around the calves or knees to melt away that wooden feeling. One woman, Barbara, 72, swears by her microwavable flaxseed wrap. I warm it while I brush my teeth, she said, and by the time I sit for breakfast, I feel loose and ready to move. Hydration is another overlooked hero. When we're dehydrated, even slightly, our muscles lose elasticity and our blood becomes thicker, slowing circulation. So if you tend to drink very little after dinner, consider sipping a small glass of water an hour before bed. It may help cushion your tissues without sending you to the bathroom all night. Then there's the power of anti-inflammatory nutrition. Foods rich in omega-3s like walnuts or flax seeds, or spices like turmeric and ginger, can help reduce that morning swelling that makes you feel like you're walking through mud. Swapping out processed snacks for whole foods before bed makes a noticeable difference for many seniors, sometimes within just a week. Finally, an evening stretching routine is a wonderful gift to your body. Just 5 to 10 minutes of light stretching before bed, focusing on your calves, hamstrings, and hip flexors, can prevent your muscles from tightening like ropes overnight. Think of it as tucking your legs into bed with a thank you. You see, the goal isn't to eliminate aging, it's to support your body through it. With just a few consistent habits, you can wake up with more ease, confidence, and readiness for the day ahead. And in the next section, we'll explore the surprising role of circulation and why it plays a bigger part in your stiffness than you might expect. 4. Why circulation matters more than you think. As we just talked about, gentle habits like stretching, warmth, and hydration can soften your mornings. But there's a deeper piece of the puzzle we need to look at now: circulation. Because the truth is, how well your blood flows through your legs plays a massive role in whether you wake up with stiffness or with ease. Let me tell you about Harold. He's 76 and used to think his morning leg stiffness was just age. But when his doctor checked his circulation, they found sluggish blood flow in his lower legs. He had no pain, no big warning signs, just cold feet in the morning and a tight, heavy feeling that got worse after sitting. Once he focused on improving circulation, things began to shift. "I didn't expect it," he told me, "but walking became lighter. My ankles didn't fight me as much when I stood up." See, poor circulation doesn't just affect your heart or your energy, it also affects how your legs recover overnight. When blood doesn't flow well to your legs while you sleep, your muscles don't get enough oxygen. Waste products like lactic acid build up. Fluid may pool, making your legs feel puffy or rigid in the morning. The longer you've been sedentary, especially after 60, the more important this becomes. And no, this isn't about running marathons. It's about gentle, consistent movement and smart habits that restore blood flow in a way your legs respond to. Here's what helps. First, elevate your legs for 10 to 15 minutes in the evening. Just prop them up on a pillow or the edge of the couch. This helps your veins return blood to the heart and prevents stagnation. Some folks even use compression socks overnight or first thing in the morning, especially if swelling is an issue. Second, don't underestimate light evening walking. Just 5 minutes around your home or hallway after dinner gets blood moving without overstimulating your system before bed. Think of it as clearing out your legs before they rest. Third, massage is deeply underrated. Even using a soft roller or your hands to gently rub your calves before bed can stimulate circulation, relax tight muscles, and trigger nerve responses that signal your body to soften. You can also try warming essential oils like rosemary or ginger to improve flow naturally. Finally, be mindful of medications, especially blood pressure pills or diuretics, which can shift how your body regulates blood flow and hydration overnight. Talk to your doctor if stiffness seems to have started after a new prescription. Because in the end, better circulation doesn't just help you move, it helps you heal. And tomorrow morning, when your feet touch the floor, you'll feel the difference. In our next section, we'll talk about the hidden connection between your nerves, posture, and balance, and how it all links to the stiffness you feel at sunrise. 5. How your nerves, posture, and balance affect morning stiffness. Now that we've explored how circulation shapes your mornings, let's gently open the door to something just as important, but often overlooked: your nerves and posture. Because when your body doesn't feel quite right in the morning, it's not always about the muscles or joints. Sometimes it's your nervous system sending distress signals through tight legs and stiff ankles. And more often than not, it's the quiet changes in how you sit, stand, or walk that quietly make mornings harder. Let me introduce you to Acharine. She's 72, lives alone, and always prided herself on standing tall. But a few months ago, she noticed something odd. Her balance was slightly off when she stepped out of bed. Her legs weren't just stiff, they felt disconnected, like her body forgot how to move during the night. She assumed it was arthritis, but a physical therapist spotted something else. Irene's spinal posture had changed, pulling on the nerves that control her legs. Here's the thing: your nerves are like electrical wires. If something pinches or compresses them, whether it's from slouching in a recliner for hours or curling up on the couch too long, they can fire off pain, tingling, or stiffness. And the longer this happens, the more your body freezes into that state while you sleep. The good news? You can help your nerves reset gently and naturally. One of the most powerful ways is through simple alignment work. Before bed, try standing tall for 2 minutes against a wall, heels, back, shoulders, and head touching. This trains your body to return to a neutral position, easing tension on your spine and legs. Another trick is what Irene started doing: gentle ankle and toe mobility before bed. Just flexing and pointing your toes, rolling your ankles, and wiggling your feet sends calming signals through the nerves that run down your legs. It's like giving your nervous system a gentle reminder. Everything's okay. You can relax now. And don't underestimate your core muscles. If your middle is weak, your legs and back have to overcompensate. Over time, this causes tightness and imbalance. That's why practices like yoga, tai chi, or even chair-based balance exercises are so beneficial after 60. They strengthen your posture while calming your nerves. 2 wins for morning relief. Finally, balance. The more you challenge it safely, the more confident your body becomes. Try brushing your teeth while standing on one foot, or do gentle heel-to-toe walks in the hallway. These small routines keep your brain and legs connected, reducing stiffness and preventing falls. Morning stiffness isn't just physical, it's neurological, structural, and behavioral. And once you start caring for those deeper systems, your body begins to respond in quiet but powerful ways. In the next section, we'll explore one of the most healing tools available, the role of restorative sleep in leg recovery, and what might be sabotaging it without you even realizing. 6. Why poor sleep makes morning stiffness worse, and what you can do tonight. After we've explored posture, nerves, and balance, there's one more piece that ties it all together, and that's how you sleep. Because even if you stretch, move, or align your posture during the day, it's during sleep that your body does the real repair work. And if sleep isn't restful, your legs don't get the recovery they desperately need. Let me tell you about Mr. Howard, a kind-hearted 75-year-old retired school principal. He came into a community wellness class one morning rubbing his knees. "I don't get it," he said. "I go to bed at 9, but I still wake up stiff and aching. I thought sleep was supposed to help." And he's right. Deep sleep is like a reset button for the body. It reduces inflammation, relaxes muscles, improves circulation, and helps nerves recharge. But if your sleep is shallow, interrupted, or spent in the wrong position, your body can't do its job properly. Howard, like many seniors, unknowingly made a common mistake, sleeping with his legs slightly bent and a pillow tucked under his knees. It felt comfortable, but it shortened his hamstrings and tightened his calves overnight. When he stood up in the morning, it was like trying to stretch a rubber band that had been wound too tight. Here's what helped him, and might help you too. Position matters. Sleeping on your back with your legs flat and supported, or on your side with a small pillow between your knees, keeps your hips and legs in better alignment. Temperature counts. If your bedroom is too cold or too warm, your body tenses. Aim for a room around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit and keep your feet warm with light socks if needed. Movement before bed. A 5-minute pre-bed routine, like gentle leg lifts, ankle rolls, or seated hamstring stretches, can calm your nervous system and signal your legs to relax. Avoid stimulants. Caffeine, alcohol, or even scrolling on your phone too close to bedtime can disturb sleep cycles, keeping your muscles in a heightened state rather than restful repair. Howard began doing one simple thing: lying on his back and slowly raising each leg 5 times before bed. Within a week, his mornings felt less like a battle and more like a gentle start to the day. And let's not forget emotional rest. Worry, loneliness, or unresolved stress can weigh heavily on the body. Reading something calming, practicing gratitude, or simply talking with a friend before bed can quiet the mind, and your muscles follow. So if you're waking up stiff despite a full night's sleep, it might not be the hours you're in bed, it's what's happening during them. In our final section, we'll pull all the pieces together and create a gentle, realistic plan you can start tonight, so your legs can feel lighter, freer, and stronger with each new morning. 7. A gentle morning routine that helps you walk freely again. If you've made it this far, you now understand just how much your legs, joints, and nerves are affected not just by age, but by habits, sleep, posture, and emotions. And the good news? Small changes really do add up, especially the ones you do every single morning. Let me introduce you to a woman named Clara. She's 73, full of wisdom, and someone who used to dread the first steps out of bed each day. "It felt like walking on rusty hinges," she told me. "My ankles didn't want to move, and my knees, oh, they just groaned." But Clara did something powerful. She didn't wait for the stiffness to go away on its own. She created a morning ritual that gently woke her legs up and gave her back her freedom. Here's the routine Clara follows every morning, right from the side of her bed. 1. Ankle pumps. Sitting upright, she slowly flexes and points her toes 10 times on each foot. This gets blood flowing down to her feet and prepares the calves for movement. 2. Leg extensions. With her feet flat on the floor, she lifts one leg straight out, holds for 5 seconds, and lowers it gently. 5 times per leg. This wakes up her thigh muscles and knees. 3. Heel slides. Lying or sitting, she slides one heel slowly toward her body, then back out. This loosens up the hips and knees, which often feel tight after sleep. 4. Gentle calf stretch. Standing and leaning against the wall, she stretches each calf for 15 seconds. No pain, just a soft pull that says, "I'm ready." This whole routine takes under 5 minutes, yet it transformed Clara's mornings. No more waddling to the kitchen, no more bracing herself before each step. And it's not just physical, it's emotional too. Doing these simple motions each morning is a quiet act of self-respect, a way of telling your body, "I still care about you. I'm listening." You don't need to do it perfectly. You don't need to push. Just commit to showing up for yourself in those first 5 minutes of the day. If getting on the floor is too much, do them seated. If standing is tricky, do what you can from bed. Every bit counts. Over time, you'll find that stiffness fades faster, circulation improves, confidence builds, and you'll start to reclaim something precious. Your ability to move freely, safely, and with joy. In the next and final part of our video, we'll wrap this all together. I'll help you craft a full circle plan that not only helps you fix morning stiffness, but gently leads you back to the steady legs and vibrant mornings you deserve. So let's take a breath together, because what you've just learned isn't just helpful, it's hopeful. Morning stiffness isn't a punishment of aging. It's your body's whisper asking for care, for gentleness, and for support. And now, you know how to respond with love instead of frustration. Whether it's adjusting your sleeping position, eating the right mineral-rich foods, or doing a few simple leg stretches before bed, these changes are small, but they can change everything. Over time, they add up to something powerful. More movement, more ease, more freedom. At Golden Minds, we believe that age is not your limitation. It's your strength. Your body has carried you through so much. And even now, it's still asking for healing, still offering you a chance to feel strong again. So if you found value here, don't keep it to yourself. Tap the like button, share this video, and subscribe to Golden Minds for weekly tips that speak directly to your journey. And if you're ready to take the next step in restoring your mobility, don't miss our next video. Why poor circulation starts in the feet after 60 and how to stop it. Because the stiffness you feel in the morning might actually be your circulation slowing down during the night. You've already taken the first step by watching this. Now take another, because the path back to comfort, balance, and confidence is closer than you think. And remember, every new morning is a chance to begin again.